leader, no doubt about it. Whoa! It's right there, man. Right there, look at that. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Freedom Hall, 28th Annual National Farm Machinery Show Championship Tractor Pull. I'm Butch Krieger from Southern Indiana. It's wonderful to be back here with you again. And as always, here at the Farm Show, it's been a tradition before we get started that we talk to our representative of Zenica Ag Products, the major sponsor here at the National Farm Machinery Show Championship Tractor Pull. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big Louisville and Freedom Hall welcome to Mr. Jeff Kazizik from Bowling Green, Kentucky. How about it? All right. Jeff, once again, welcome. And let me say, as the announcer here, one of the announcers here at the Farm Show, we really appreciate your all support here from Zenica Ag Products.
Thank you very much, Butch. We really enjoy being here. This is our 11th year.
And it's just growing bigger and bigger all the time. You know, Jeff, we have a lot of farmers in the audience here. And, you know, you and I get down here all the time and just talk a little bit, and we really don't touch enough on your product line. So let's talk about a couple of the products tonight.
Okay, Butch, that'll be great. We've got some new exciting products to talk about this year. We've got some new products for corn and for soybeans and for wheat. Our new product for corn is called Top Notch. It's really good in no-till corn. It's the Optimum No-Till Corn Herbicide. We have another product for soybean this year. It's a premix of our fine grass product Fusion with Reflex, and it's called Flex Star. Another product that we have, it's a super third-generation pyrethroid insecticide called Warrior. It can be used in corn for cutworm control. It can be used in wheat for aphid control. It can be used on a number of other salad bowl type crops. And probably one of the most exciting products that we have here, we have a banner, is called Touchdown. And we're looking to have federal label approval on that for corn probably in the next 2 weeks.
Well, Jeff, that's great, and I know the farmers in the audience appreciate that because there's a lot of people that use your Zenica Ag products here in Freedom Hall tonight. And once again, thanks for being here with us. And anything else you'd like to say before you get back up here and entertain some more of those customers?
We just want to thank all of our customers for being with us. And remember, if you got to be in Louisville this week and this is the place you want to be, don't bring your American Express card and don't bring your grower rebates. Come with Zenica.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? Jeff Kazizik from Bowling Green, Kentucky, our rep from Zenica Ag Products. Thank you, Jeff, very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome. And it's just about time to go here with the introduction of our drivers. But at this time, I'd like to introduce to you my sidekick. You know, for years, Scott Douglas has been here. And Scott got a real nice job offer and headed out to the California type country to run a speedway out there, and he kind of left us blank here this year. So we brought in a new guy here who is the current voice at the Louisville Motor Speedway, Mr. Frank Scott. Let's give him a nice welcome to Louisville, Kentucky here, folks, to this farm show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Butch, and I tell you, it's a pleasure to be in Freedom Hall. One of the first tractor pulls I've seen. I was here a couple of years ago, but I'm sure things have gotten a little bit tougher since then.
I'll tell you what, we had an excellent pull here last night. A lot of really, really nice equipment here, and we got a real good show planned here tonight. And let's get into the driver introduction if we can right now. We're going to start out with the 9,500-pound super stock tractors is who we're going to start with here tonight. And up number one, out of Dorr, Michigan, driving the Wild Thing 3688. Here's Joe Kwiatkowski right there. Up number two from Platteville, Wisconsin, the Rutten Deer. Here's Bob Gansmer. And a big winner at Chapel Hill last year, running out of Springfield, Tennessee, the Tennessee Tracksman. Here's Jay Fuqua.
From Williamsburg, Missouri, driving the young blood, here's Brian Schrammick. From Farhamville, Iowa, driving the Magnum Force, and the driver is Dennis Goodwin. From Harwood, Maryland, driving the Green Phantom, and the driver is Lewis McDonald.
All right, and then coming up right for that, another farmer winner here out of Columbia, Tennessee, driving the Rattler. Here's Mike Goodgine. Out of Queen City, Missouri, on an International 1066, meet David Anderson right there. Out of Cynthiana, Ohio, just maybe, here's Russ Mears.
Moving along now from Fombell, Pennsylvania, driving the Firefox, and the driver is Kevin Dambach. From Upton, Kentucky, driving the Black Widow, and the driver is Jed Johnson. And from Ackerley, Texas, driving the Red Horse, and the driver is Stan Blagrave.
All right, and rounding out this stellar class out of Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, the high-tech redneck, here's Jody Ross. And the last tractor in the class from Carthage, Missouri, the Barnyard Beast, here's Doug Roberts. Let's give those guys in 95 Super Stock a nice round of applause. And our second class coming up will be the 7,700-pound Super Stock tractors.
And from Cary, Ohio, driving the Lethal Injection, and the driver is Denny Hayford. From Opdyke, Illinois, driving the All Business, and the driver Doug Leach. From Dayton, Minnesota, driving the Redline Fever, and the driver is Esden Lane.
And out of Greensburg, Pennsylvania, the recycled red machine, here's Mark Bradish. Mark Bradish. Out of Farnhamville, Iowa, the Intimidator, Matt Goodwin. And out of Connorsville, Indiana, meet John Pfeiffer.
Moving along to our next driver from Athens, Alabama, driving Cujo, and the driver is Leon Haney. From Midland, Ohio, driving Never Enough, and the driver is Brian Stroud. From Shelbyville, Indiana, the Indiana Rascal, and the driver is Coleman Wheatley.
And out of Ashland, Ohio, the Red Rocket, here's Frank Keener. Frank Keener. From Shelbyville, Kentucky, the Outrageous Alice, Richie Moore. From Frankfort, South Dakota, the Deer Fever Man, here's Gary Whip.
From Springfield, Ohio, driving the Plowboy's Nightmare, and the driver is Dewey Kerr Jr. From Macon, Missouri, driving the Show Me Showdown, and the driver is Dave Marino. From Greensburg, Indiana, driving Going for Broke, and the driver David Wilson.
And once again, completing this class from Roberts, Wisconsin, the Deer Destroyer, here's Tom Gillis. And last but not least, from Zuni, Virginia, the Mechanical Bull man himself, Thurman Mumford. Let's give the 77 Super Stocks a nice round of applause. See if you got any sound yet.
I don't have the truck name.
Oh, I forgot what it is too. I don't have the right sheet.
Okay, moving along to the 6,200-pound two-wheel drive super modified trucks. And from Altamont, Illinois, here's Dave Nelson. From Mauston, Wisconsin, driving the Irish T, and the driver is Dave Walsh. From Louisville, Kentucky, driving Stitches, Jim Lyons.
And out of Ladonia, Missouri, the Sprock Farms machine, here's Paul Sprock. Driving Just for Fun from Hamilton, Ohio, here's Rick Sanford. And out of Sutton, West Ontario, Canada, driving the Long Shot Chevy S10, here's Mr. Tom LaRue.
From Bardstown, Kentucky, driving the Kentucky Colt, the driver is Jimmy Mattingly. From Elkhart, Illinois, driving Shameless, the driver is Daryl Eberston. From New Haven, Indiana, driving the In-Laws and Outlaws, and the driver is Jim Brockman.
And out of Bowling Green, Missouri, driving Jack Daniels, here's Danny Hubert. Yeah, out of Dublin, Ohio, the little red truck man himself, Mr. Wayne Roush. And out of Warsaw, Kentucky, driving the Tough Cookie, here's David Sullivan.
From Bardstown, Kentucky, driving Foolish Pleasure, and the driver is TJ Tatum. From Putney, Georgia, driving the Skyline Screamer, and the driver is Kurt Poole. And from Shelbyville, Indiana, driving Wicked Willie, the driver is Doug Teobog.
And out of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, driving Good Vibrations, here's Billy Deaver. And last but not least, out of the great state of North Carolina, Camden, North Carolina, driving the Thoroughbred, here's Randy Brown. Let's give the guys in 6,200-pound two-wheel drive Supermod trucks a nice round of applause. All right. All right, gentlemen, let's report to your trucks here, I guess. Oh, hold up, fellas. 1 second here. We need to have you hold up here for the national anthem, excuse me. All right. We'll be going here shortly. Where are all the fans out of Michigan here tonight? Joe Kwiatkowski guys, where are they? Big OIH 3688, here he comes. All right. How about an international people? Let's give him a nice round of applause. What do you say? Good run. Now, Kwiatkowski is our test puller. We'll decide whether we're going to take this pull or not by our officials. He made an excellent, excellent run on the wild thing right there. Good run. 88, 233 and 88. 233.88 for Kwiatkowski. Platteville, Wisconsin, and his Rutten Deer.
Butch, this guy looks like he...
And right there for the Rutten Deer, coming up just a little bit short of what Kwiatkowski went, but a good run. Let's give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for the Rutten Deer, Bobby Gamsmer, right there.
216.13. That's 216.13 for Robert Gansimer. Once again, our third contestant, Jay Fuqua, out of Springfield, Tennessee, driving the Tennessee tracks. And it looks like he's pulled up there on the tension bar, and he's just about ready to drop the hammer here in just a few moments. Our third tractor to make a run here this evening. Jay Fuqua. And he's off and away. Carries the front wheels.
Oh, man, oh, man. And Frank gets what we call burying it in the sand, but he went to the beach, no doubt about it. All right, international people, stand up and be counted. Where are all my international fans? Holy cow, man.
Our third tractor down the course out of the great state of Tennessee. Carried the front wheels, made an excellent jump from the start, and brought it all the way down the track here. We're going to get the official distance here in just a few moments. But that's Jay Fuqua out of Springfield, Tennessee. Tennessee tracks. 4:1.59. 2:41.59 for Jay Fuqua out of Springfield, Tennessee. Good run.
So on the line we go now with Youngblood and Brian Schrammick out of Williamsburg, Missouri.
You know, I was talking with Scott Douglas down in Daytona Beach this week, and this is a driver and, of course, a tractor that he had some high expectations out of, this Youngblood and Brian Schrammick out of Missouri.
Donnie.
The bright orange Youngblood comes off the starting line. Another good-looking run, Butch.
Hey, Donnie Biddle.
Do it again.
229.71. 229.71 for Brian Schrammick in the young blood.
Now, let's see what he does.
Magnum Force ready to bring it down the line. Good looking run there, Butch. It was a good looking run.
Saw that run over there. Jay Fuqua looks at me and said, yeah, it's looking a lot better right now. It's looking a lot better. So
9.86, 229.86 for Dennis Goodwin in the Magnum Force.
Your leader continues to be Jay Fuqua at over 241 feet out of Springfield, Tennessee. And then we have currently second, the machine of Joe Kwiatkowski at 233.88. And in third spot, Dennis Goodwin at 229.86. Those are your top three right now. And number four, Brian Schrammick, 229.71. We'll take four to Saturday night.
Lewis McDonald off the starting line and down the stretch.
Good run for the John Deere. How about it, John Deere people? Let's give him a nice round of applause. What do you say?
.58, 235.58. A real good run here for Lewis McDonald. Green Phantom. Okay, and the Rattler now staging up and getting ready to go. This is Mike Goodgine out of Columbia, Indiana.
All right, here's a farmer winner, folks. The Mike Goodgine machine here, known as the Rattler. It comes on in here. On deck, David Anderson from Queen City, Missouri. And in the hole, Russ Mears out of Cynthiana, Ohio, just maybe. Oh, baby. Hey, international people, stand up and be counted. Yes, sir. Well, kiss my what? Yes, sir. I'll tell you, folks, that man, I tell you, he ran right there. Mike Goodgine with an excellent run. He was flat flying. No doubt about it. He was cooking here. And that Rattler is still running without any trouble. I tell you what, you got some tough guys here from Tennessee tonight. Super, super tough. Question is he going to be able to pull it out of there? I don't know. The Iron Man. Whoa. What a ride, huh? Mike Goodgine.
48.44. 248.44 for Mike Goodgine in the Rattler.
Here we go now. David Anderson, Queen City, Missouri.
Here's the International Harvester, 1066, coming down the course.
And the farm sponsored by Farmer's Choice, ladies and gentlemen. The Big O International of David Anderson out of Queen City, Missouri, and his Farmer's Choice, 1066. That's a tool company that does a lot of work with the farmers out in that area there, and he sponsored this guy a little bit. And David Anderson.
David Anderson is 232.07. 232.07. That makes him 5th overall. Good run here tonight. David Anderson, Redneck, coming on out a little bit later on with Jody Ross. Okay, and it looks like our next competitor just about set to go. Russell Mears out of Cynthiana, Ohio. Here's Just Maybe. Off and away, Just Maybe.
Oh! Man, oh man.
He just about remodeled section 201 down here.
Boy, I tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, all you international fans, stand up and be counted. Man, Russ Mears, look at the smile on that guy's face. I'll tell you right now, Russ Mears. Hey, he's taking that helmet off now, folks. Let's let you know how much you appreciate him. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? Russ Mears. Well, it's getting to be spring fever, folks. Everybody wants to go to the beach, no doubt about it. We've already had 2 in the beach tonight, or 3, so, you know, we're looking good.
Okay, the word from the officials. They flash me the signal. Full pull for Russell Mears. So obviously getting over that 240-foot mark. You know, I've been down at Daytona Beach all last week, and I've never seen guys get into this much sand before. Something else here in Freedom Hall tonight. And of course, it'll send the Green Phantom back towards the pit area.
Three, 235 feet would hold up. I'll tell you what, now here we got 3 already over the 240 mark, and they will be coming back. We've got an excellent class here in Super Stock. And we hope you're enjoying the fact that we're running the Super Stock tractors and all the tractors first tonight. Generally before we always ran the trucks. We're saving the trucks for last tonight. They'll be the last class here in the evening as we'll run the 95 Super Stocks now, and we'll bring the 77 Super Stocks out a little bit later on.
Indication is the track is clear for Kevin Dambach out of Fombell, Pennsylvania, driving the Firefox.
Here's our next tractor. Oh, man, oh, man. I'll tell you what, folks, it's going to be one heck of a pull-off. How about it, John Deere people? Let's stand up and be counted. What do you say? All my John Deere fans. Yes, sirree. Man, oh, man. I tell you what, these Super Stocks have gone absolutely crazy tonight. Generally, Super Stocks have some problems, but not these guys. No sirree. They are cooking. They are flying down this Freedom Hall track.
They're getting into the sand definitely here at the end of the course, and I tell you, we've seen 4 of them now up over the 235 foot mark. Actually over 240 foot. Kevin Dambach out of Fombell, Pennsylvania, and the Firefox is just done for us here. Another full pull. That the course is clear, and we're just about ready to see his run.
All right. Jed Johnson. Man, oh man. Did you hear Jed shut it off, folks? Man, he shut it off right at the right time. You heard that old Charger go down real quick. And the man out of Upton, Kentucky is, to say the least, gone to the beach right there.
Well, change his name from the Black Widow to the Sandman after a run like that. Obviously, again, from the officials, the word is that was a full pull. Let's hear it from the international fans here tonight.
And once again now, ladies and gentlemen, Jed Johnson has taken his helmet off and he can hear you. Let's show him some appreciation, Freedom Hall. How about it? Jed Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Grave out of the Ackerley, Texas. The Red Horse set to go.
And right there, folks, for the Blagraves.
They're getting it all the way down the track there, and a good run there for Stan Blagrave out of Ackerley, Texas. The Red Horse making a fine appearance here tonight in Freedom Hall. Well, that'll bring up our 14th contestant here this evening out of a field of 15. From Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, the high-tech redneck, the driver's Jody Ross. Here's the high-tech redneck, and he might be driving with remote control.
We don't know, man. I'll tell you what. We had a tractor here last night. Those guys were in radio control with their crew, the Sandman pulling team out of Medina, Ohio. Here we go. And right there for the high-tech redneck.
That's Jody Ross out of Waynesburg, Pennsylvania. The high-tech redneck.
Let's give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for the high-tech redneck? All right. So they automatically give him the full pull there. And we have one more to go, and it'll be Doug Roberts out of Carthage, Missouri.
You know, something I've been noticing these past... Okay, and the track is clear. We're ready to go.
Ouch. Oh, ouch. That hurt, folks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the turbochargers went away and a couple other things, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, folks? Doug Roberts, Carthage, Missouri. Tough luck here tonight for that John Deere.
RPM's coming up on the Tennessee tracks out of Springfield, Tennessee, Jay Fuqua.
And right there, folks, for Jay Fuqua. Now we're going to mark the pylon over on the left side of the track where the front of the sled went. Always remember, it's not how far the tractor goes, it's how far the front of the sled goes. Don't forget to buy those programs, folks. Our friends from the Can't Tell the Show Without a Program, but also we have the Soybean Association of giveaways.
Distance is 227.49. 227.49 is the new mark now. Greenbrier West FFA, along with Mr. Clay. Understand they have 22 FFA members, along with 5 guests here tonight. They'd like to wish a happy birthday to Miss Sylvia Clay. Greenbrier West FFA, where are you guys at? Stand up and be counted here tonight. Welcome to Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, the track is clear. Here's Mike Goodgine out of Columbia, Tennessee with the Rattler.
All right, watch the front of the sled. If it goes past the pylon, you got a new leader. If it doesn't go past, we'll mark him and find out just exactly how far he went. Over 248 feet, last shot. Here comes Good John now, right on the mark. And right there. And we're going to mark him. Good John got just a little bit out of shape. He went to the left side. Had to get on the binders there. May have slowed his progress just a little bit as he made it down here.
2:12.03 for Mike Goodjohn.
Hey, we're going to give you a little rundown of last night's show here a little bit later on. If you were not here last night, but yet you are a Pulling fan and you'd like to know how the top four are going to report back tomorrow night, we'll try to give you the top four out of each group here in the competition here last night. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But first of all, we want to get Russ Mears down the track here with Just Maybe.
Driver out of the Buckeye State, Cynthiana, Ohio, driving a tractor called Just Maybe. See what happens here. Getting off to a gradual start. Now puts the horsepower down.
Whoa. Problems for Russ Mears, folks. And Just Maybe. And just lost that boost. Could keep the boost up in there in the turbochargers, and finally brings itself to a screeching halt. Takes his seatbelt off there. How about it, Freedom Hall? Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? Russ Mears, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Russ. One whale of a run to start the old program off here with a while ago. And
3.22, 163.22 for Russ Mears. And that was established earlier by Jay Fuqua.
How about it, John Deere people? Let's get with the program. What do you say, John Deere? Whoa! Man, oh man. Right there. Somebody forgot to tell that guy he wasn't supposed to get back in the sand again. How about it, John Deere people? I want to hear from you.
Seven, 241.67 for Kevin Dombach.
All right, at 241 and 67. Here comes Jed Johnson right now on the line.
Well, Butch Krieger, I don't know what to tell you.
I'll tell you what, I've never seen anything like this in my life, man. I just can't put it down. Let's give him a nice round of applause, folks. What do you say? How about it, international people?
Two, 6. Jed Johnson, 247.26. Real fine run there.
So we need to get Mr. Blagrave ready here. They're making a couple last adjustments there to make sure that doesn't happen again, and they'll be ready to bring it to the starting line here in our 9,500-pound super stock class tonight. Well, we've got a bunch of competition waiting in the wings, folks, here in the 77 Superstock division. But
actually out-qualified the Winston Cup cars by a couple of tenths, and they have like 14-to-1 compression. We're ready to go tractor pulling now, and it looks like the course is clear.
Here we go with Mr. Blagrave out of Ackerley, Texas. And right there for the Blagraves from Texas, folks. And a nice run.
Out of Ackerley, Texas, and the tractor is called the Red Horse. It certainly was here tonight. In the .99, 2:21.99 for Stan Blagrave.
Number 1 spot. So we're ready for Jody Ross.
The track is clear for the high-tech Redneck. In this pull-off, building up the RPM, and he gets the launch. See what happens here.
And right there, folks, the Hoy's Ready Mix Concrete Machine, the high-tech Redneck, and Jody Ross, Waynesburg, Pennsylvania.
Once again, as we get into the pull-offs, it gets down to the feet and inches. I mean, it's to the fine-tuning point here to determine the champion. 218.69 for Jody Ross and the high-tech Redneck. For the record, the mark is 241.67. Kevin Dambach out of Fombell, Pennsylvania, established that mark. 241.67 is the mark to beat. Here's Jed Johnson out of Upton, Kentucky, the Black Widow.
Well, he was not satisfied, folks. We're going to take him on back. They're going to check the inside, make sure everything's okay. But he'll get 2 shots, folks, and we'll let him take it back to the starting line.
What was it that we possibly saw there occur with the tractor, Butch?
We don't exactly know what's going on, whether it's clutch problems or what. They are looking it over right now. Jed is too. He's checking it out, but he is still hooked to the sled. He's not taking his helmet off or anything else, and he says everything appears to be okay. They're going to take him on back. He's got his problem solved now, and so Jed will get another chance to hook.
Okay, so he goes back to the official starting spot on the track. They're rolling him backwards, and he'll begin his run here in the pull-off. Again, that mark is 241.6, excuse me, yes, 241.67, and that's where the pylon is at the end of the course here. Jed Johnson, if he wants to become the champion, will have to pull that sled all the way to the cone and even further.
All right, here we go now. Let's hope that Jed pits it down real good for us right now. Here comes Jed Johnson, folks, the Black Widow.
Not looking good.
No, there's some problems with it, ladies and gentlemen. We are very sorry, and I'll tell you what, let's give Jed a nice round of applause, Freedom Hall. What do you say? He deserves it. He deserves it, folks, I'll tell you.
Jed Johnson. We'll go to Butch Krieger for the top 3 finishers.
All right, thank you, Frank, very much. Well, Kevin, I'll tell you what, you made a nice run. You're riding here tonight with your John Deere. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Zenica and all the people that do this pool.
All right, congratulations, Kevin. The winner, 95 Superstock. Let's give him a nice round of applause, folks. How about it? Kevin Domback, folks, the winner here tonight. Our trophy presenters here tonight. Representing the Kentucky State Fair, Mr. Bill Keegle. And Bob Lund, of course, here along with Mr. Bill Kegel as we present the trophies here. All right, Jay Fuqua, nice run. You had to do a lot of hard running here, but you go to Saturday night.
That's right. Listen, I need to thank Zeneca putting this pull on. You know, they do a great job up here. And you say I usually don't say much. All I got to say is John Deere Saturday night.
All right, did you hear what he said? Look out, John Deere Saturday night. Okay. All right, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? And once again, our trophy presentation, Mr. Bill Kegel representing the Kentucky State Fair Board, and Mr. Bob Lund from Zeneca Ag Products. All right, and number 3 tonight. You guys right here, congratulations to Stan. Guys are all the way from Texas here. The Blade Graves come in with us. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
Nice job again, as always. The red horse is right there.
Well, thanks a lot. We enjoy coming up here, and I'd like to say thanks to Zeneca. We use a lot of their products out there, and thanks to everybody that support them.
Tell the people here in the audience what kind of farm, what you all farm.
We raise cotton.
They raise cotton, folks, is what they do. We've got a lot of grain farmers now. These guys down in Texas raise cotton.
Yeah, we can't afford to buy cotton shirts, but we raise a lot of it to make them.
He can't afford to buy a cotton shirt, he says, but he sure can raise that cotton. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about the Blade Graves, folks, out of Ackerley, Texas? They're number 3. And once again, we thank Bill Kegel and Bob Lund for helping out here tonight with the trophy presentations. Bill Kegel representing the Kentucky State Fair Board, and Bobby Lund with Zeneca Ag Products. Thanks again, folks. We appreciate it.
.02. That's 2:16.02. The distance for Denny Hayford.
There, all those college students up in that area there, technical school area there, up in Illinois. And here we come down the line with Doug Leake ready to go. On deck will be Esden Lane. There's a tough tractor, folks. Out of Dayton, Minnesota, the Red Line Fever. He's on deck. In the hole, Mark Bradish and the recycled red. All right. Right there for Doug and the Leak, ladies and gentlemen, and the all business KHIH 7220. And as he said before, if it looks good on paper, will it run? Well, I don't know. Doug Leak.
1:05.35, 2:15.35 for Doug Leak in the all business Case International. As a matter of fact, we're going to be playing a little bit, a game a little bit later on, and some of the trivia questions and the information that you need to play the game and actually win the game is in that souvenir program. So again, if you haven't picked up your copy yet, please do so. We're going to have all kinds of fun here tonight. Butch, it looks like we got our next contestant ready to roll.
Yeah, here we go with Esden Lane now. I've been pulling a long, long time. Esden Lane on many of the national tours and national circuits. Let's see what happens here with this international on the line right here. Esden Lane, folks, out of Minnesota. Dayton, Minnesota. And right there, folks, let's give him a nice round of applause. Esden Lane, folks, in the Red Line Fever. 1486 International. Looks like he's going to take over the #1 spot. The 1486. 4.68. 224 and 68 for Esden Lane. 68. Second place, Denny Hayford, 2:16.02. And third, Doug Leake at 2:15.35. And here we go. And right there for Bradish. .207 and 41. Frank Scott, take it away.
Thank you very much. More, we want to run this. Okay, let's do one more.
Go ahead, Frank. You might as well go on.
Okay, we have another contestant. And we'll find out. And what's your name?
Joyce Brailer.
Hello, Joyce. Is your favorite tractor won yet tonight? You're an international fan. Okay. How many newspapers? How many newspapers are currently using soy ink? Over 3,000. And we have another winner. All right. Joyce, congratulations. Enjoy the tractor pulls. Let's send it back down to Butch Krieger.
All right, thank you very much, Frank. Here's Matt Goodwin now from Farnhamville, Iowa with the Intimidator, and here we go. And right there for the 7230 out of Farnhamville, Iowa, the Goodwins. And the Case IH right there. All right, so here we go with the rundown right now. Your leader, Esden Lane, 224 and 68. Second place, Denny Hayford, 2:16.02. Third, Doug Leake at 2:15.35. And number 4, Mark Bradish, 2:07.41. 07. Trafalgar, Indiana, and all over the place. Man, I tell you what, those guys really pulled Alice Chalmers. No doubt about it. John Lancaster and those guys. Here we go now on the line with John Pfeiffer. Connersville, Indiana. Big old Magnum. He nails it. Oh, he shut it off, folks. He shut it off early and got in problems. He thought he was going out of bounds, and he got out of it. And so that's got to be real frustrating for John Pfeiffer, folks, I'll tell you right now. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, Freedom Hall? What do you say, John Pfeiffer?
In a .94, 129.94 for John Pfeiffer.
Here they come right now with Mr. Haney, and he's got a little problem, it looks like, on the starting line. We've got a green flag, but it looks like the RPMs are ready to go, and he's kind of slows it down real quick to check things out. Leon Haney, folks, from Athens, Alabama.
Okay, the indication is that the course is clear. We're waiting for Leon Haney to launch Cujo. Sounds like he builds up the RPMs. And here comes Cujo with Leon Haney.
And right there for Haney Equipment and Cujo. And tough pulling here tonight for the Alice Chalmers D21. Let's give the Haneys a nice round of applause, Freedom Hall. How about it? Haney Equipment Company.
97.30 for Leon Haney. 197.30. Here comes the John Deere.
Okay, right there for never another, Brian Stroud from Midland, Ohio. We're going to mark that distance. Your leading distance currently, though, 2:24.68. That is Esden Lane. Second place is Matt Goodwin at 2:17.25. Third is Denny Hayford at 2:16.02.
208.67. 208.67 for Brian Stroud.
All right, here comes that Indiana
to roll on out here.
All right, green flag on the track. Green on the sled. We're waiting for it to go. John Blaney, our starter, gives him the official word to let it go. Ran third at Bowling Green, Ohio last summer in the 9,500-pound super stocks. Yes, sirree. Well, Mark Ulmer, you went to town. I'll tell you that right now. Made a nice run on that Wheatley tractor. That is for sure an excellent, excellent run on the Coleman Wheatley machine. And we've got a new leader. Let's give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How about it?
.87, 2:29.87 for Mark Ulmer. 229.87. 22, welcome to Freedom Hall.
All right, here we go now on the starting line.
And the course is clear. Here's Frank Keener out of Ashland, Ohio on the Red Rocket.
Here we go now. International people, let's go. All right. The number 10 tractor, folks. Frank Keener, Ashland, Ohio, in his Red Rocket.
And we'll pass along to you his official distance here in just a few moments. 11.13. 2:11.13 for Frank Keener in the Red Rocket out of Ashland, Ohio.
Cinderella story here tonight if he wins this program, no doubt about it. All right, here comes the Alice Chalmers now on the line. Ready to go out of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Richie Moore and the outrageous Alice ready to come at you. Oh, ooh, that didn't sound too good, folks, I'll tell you. And we're going to take him on back to the line, let him have another shot, I guess.
That was outrageous. That was outrageous.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was outrageous that time. I'm sure he's not real happy about that. A lot of the guys already reporting, going back, making some changes for Saturday night in the championship night here at Louisville, Kentucky. All right, we're on the line now. Here we come.
Yep, Richie
One more
Moore.
chance. One more chance for the tractor out of Shelbyville. Get her past that 100-foot mark. And lights come on. He's on his way. And right there for Moore's Equipment and that outrageous Alice as he makes a nice run but comes up just a little bit short for Richie Moore.
0.73, 204.73. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Fans, let's get with the program. What do you say, John Deere people? It's awful red down here. Let's get some green in the area. on the starting line. We're ready to go. And that's what you call just a little too light on the nose, folks. And he saw the top of Freedom Hall more than he saw the bottom, that's for sure. So he made his run here. All the way from South Dakota, folks, that's at least a little bit of round of applause. How about it? Let's give him a nice round of applause, folks. Gary Whiff.
9.66 for Gary Wimp.
And on deck, we're looking for Dave Marino out of Macon, Missouri. The Show Me Showdown. Whoa! Right there. Good run, good charge. He's going to shake the order up, no doubt about it. Good, strong run for that super stock machine, the 7800 John Deere.
It looked like Dewey built up a lot of momentum and was carrying well down the track. It looked like he was just about going to get to that red cone marker there. We'll come up just a little bit short there. We'll get the official distance now for Dewey Kerr Jr. out of Springfield, Ohio. Plowboy's Nightmare, the John Deere 7800 Super Stock. 16.60. 216.60 for Dewey Kerr Jr.
Comes to the National Farm Machinery Show Championship Tractor Pull.
Dave Marino gets the lunch, and here he comes.
Whoa! Man, what a shot. A lot of super stock horsepower there. Good run. He really, just a little bit light, I'd say. A good run going. I'll tell you, speed was great. I thought he was going to go all right to the pile there for a minute. But he comes up just a little bit short, kind of grabbed him about that 175-foot mark. The old Iron Man went to work on him.
It's Dave Marino out of Macon, Missouri in the Show Me Showdown. And again, another good run. It looked like he had some momentum built up. 10.99 for Dave Marino.
Dad pulled last night and had some problems. Let's hope that David has a little bit better time here tonight than his dad Harold did last night. Hopefully things will be just a little bit better for this big old D21 on the starting line right now. The old venerable D21, the Alice Chalmers D21. A lot of them still in fields, folks. I'll tell you, a lot of them still pulling around the country too. So here we go with the Alice Chalmers D21 and the Wilsons. David Wilson this time, Greensburg, Indiana, and going for broke. Well, folks, let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? David Wilson. And the Alice Chalmers D21 out of Indiana.
And the Going for Broke tractor, 198.38.
For all their attention, Donnie Biddle, Jerry Baird, Carl Mercer, Gene Wilkerson, Drag Burns, Walter Harder, Billy Joe Miles. Here we go. Oh, man. How about it, John Deere people? Let's give this guy a nice round of applause. Tom Gillis, man, he made a nice run. Made a real nice run. That 44.55 was cooking, folks. No doubt about it. And he's just a little short, but he's right in the thick of it here, neighbor. I'll tell you that right now.
We're at 22.49 222.49, so a good run for Tom Gillis. And the Mechanical Bull. And the indication is the track is clear and we're ready to go. Here's our final contestant, our 18th entry in this 7,700-pound super stock tractor division.
Well, another good run for the Mechanical Bull, the 1066 of Mr. Mumford right there out of Zuni, Virginia. Great run. Well, that concludes the class here, folks, and we're going to be ready for trophy presentations here. We'll get the official distance for the Mechanical Bull of Thurman Mumford and let you know just how far he went.
16.79, 216.79. Place finisher tonight in the Show Me Showdown. Here's Dave Marino. Dave Marino finishing up at 10 with a distance of 210.99. Finishing ninth, Frank Keener. Frank Keener in the Red Rocket with a distance of 211.13, and he finishes ninth here this evening. Doug Leake finishes up at 8th in the All Business with 215.35 his distance. 7th place going out to Denny Hafford. Denny Hafford with a 216.02 in the Lethal Injection. Dewey Curve finishes up at 6th with a 216.60. Plowboy's Nightmare, the tractor, finishing up at 5th. Thurman Munford, our final entry here tonight, with a 216.79. 5th place to Thurman Munford in the Mechanical Bull. Finishing up at 4th, Matt Goodwin with the Intimidator. And his distance was a 217.25. For the top 3, let's go to Butch Krieger, and he's standing by with our top 3 finishers here this evening.
Well, Mark Ulmer, I know you had to take and kind of be a substitute here tonight, but what a way to be a substitute.
No doubt. Couldn't be any better.
We understand Coleman's got some problems, but Mrs. Wheatley came along tonight, and now you get to stay for Saturday night. I hope you got a motel room.
Yeah, do. And I hope Coleman's good and everything works out all right.
We do too here at Freedom Hall. We certainly do. Anybody like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank Zenica and Fair and everybody that works with this and puts it on. It's a great event.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner with the Indiana Rascal. Let's give him a nice round of applause, Mark Ulmer, folks. Our trophy presenters here tonight, Mary Kate Gatton, representing the Kentucky State Fair Board, and Lewis Bradley, of course, with Zenica Ag Products. And let's quickly get Esden Laner. Esden, nice run.
Yeah, it was a good run. I'm so glad that Mark could do what he did with Coleman's tractor, and hope it didn't get Coleman too excited so he has another little spell there or nothing. But I'd like to thank Seneca and all these people down here, and we finally got some red ones on top.
All right, the red ones come in is what he said. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it? Esden Lane out of Minnesota. And we have one John Deere green lift down here, and we get the trophy presentation representing the Kentucky State Fair Board, Mary Kate Gatton, of course, and Lewis Bradley with Zenica Ag Products, and Tom Gillis. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. It's a dream come true. I'd just like to say thanks to the fans. I'm a proud user of Zenica Products, and thank them for sponsoring the show. And it's just great.
Well, let me ask you, how long have you been pulling down here?
It's just our 2nd year. We had a little disappointment last year. I drove out of bounds, so this will make up for that a little bit.
Well, now you get to stay for Saturday night. You're fired up about that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything major to the tractor before then?
We'll just have to check it over. And looked like we had a little too much exhaust leaks and stuff. We'll just try to get it fixed up a little bit.
All right, Tom Gillis, congratulations. Here you are, ladies and gentlemen, your 3rd place man. How about a John Deere people? Give him a nice round of applause. All right. Hey, let's hear a few words from our friends at Zenica. 1,000 horsepower. Those little kids to put their fingers in their ears before we bring them to the starting line. 2-wheel drive, ready to go.
Okay.
All right, here we come. This is the Midnight Revenger, Dale Nelson, out of Altamont, Illinois. He comes out of the Oak Creed Smith country of Altamont, Illinois. Those guys used to pull tractors there for years. So here we come now. First trip to Louisville in competition here tonight with the Midnight Revenger. All right, going to be our test puller on board. Blowing Arias, man, he's got the horsepower. Let's see what this 23C cab does on the starting line. We got a great list of two-wheel drive trucks here tonight. I'll tell you that right now.
Dale Nelson out of Altamont, Illinois, the Midnight Revenger, squaring up on the sled and getting set to go. Indication is the track is clear.
Whoa, right there.
.27, 239.27 for Dale Nelson.
Blowing Arias for the Walsh brothers. All right, we reweighted the sled. We've changed some things around. He'll be up number one right here, the Walshes. In the Ford on the line right here, the Irish Tea. Let's give David Walsh a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, the Irish Tea. Excellent run for the Irish Tea, folks. Fine run. So we'll find out whether we're going to keep him or not. We're still unofficial with the class for the Walsh brothers. Hey, mate. All right, your full distance, 238.09, 238.09, 238.09 for Walsh, 238.09.
Line, getting set to go here, squaring right up on the sled and waiting the track to finish up their preparations down at the finishing end of the straightaway. Take it harder.
All right. And right there for Jimmy Lyons. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, GMC people? Give him a nice round of applause. The Genuine Made Chevrolet, Price Automotive Machine Shop, and Jim Lyons with a strong run. And we put the old marks to him right there. Good run.
For 34.28. 234.28 for Jim Lyons with stitches.
Well, up next will be Paul Sprock. And the Sprock Farms Dodge coming right here. Sprock Farms, little Dodge Dakota on the starting line. Sprock Farms comes rolling in here tonight. Truck number 5 on the line. 2:38.09, the leading distance. 2:38.09, lines at 2:34 and 28 as we continue on here. Right there. Let's give Paul Sprock a nice round of applause, folks. The Sprock Farms pulling team, the Dodge. Good run for the Dodge machine, the Dodge Dakota out of Ladonia, Missouri. Good run. On deck will be Rich Sanford and the Valco Industries GMC on the line. And then we'll have Tom LaRue out of Sutton, West Ontario, Canada in long shot. And then we have a defending champion, Jimmy Mattingly from Bardstown, Kentucky, moving to the line. Even the NASA and the space units are using this lubricant. So I'll tell you what, this guy's really got his act together. Richard Sanford out of Hamilton, Ohio, driving just for fun on the line here. Well, we've made it, the committee's making decisions on the other end down here. We're trying to put the best of the show as we possibly can for the trucks here for you folks. So they're making a couple of decisions down there now, and we'll let you know what they decide to do here in just a minute now. The problem here, folks, is we can't hardly set a full pull line because the trucks are so long in that on the top end, and we want to make sure that we get a real good competitive class here, because I'll tell you what, we got some of the best in the country here tonight, and we want to you know, we might have one sticking in the sand a little bit, and he didn't make it all the way down the way, so they're talking about making some, maybe a little bit of a change in the weight of the sled. So we'll let you know exactly what they're going to do as they make the decision here in just a minute. Wright Walsh out of Malston, Wisconsin. Here comes Rich Sanford now on the line. Another Arius-powered machine, the GMC, powered by the big blown Arius engine on board as he comes to the starting line right now. And right there. How about all that horsepower, Frank? What do you think?
Oh, I tell you what, that's not too bad at all. The Valco Industries out of Cincinnati there.
Let's give Rich Sanford a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How about it? Out of Hamilton, Ohio. Just for fun. Right there.
0.87, 233.87 for Rick Sanford. Okay, up next we have Tom LaRue out of Sutton, West Ontario, driving a long shot. We got a good luck to Tom LaRue note here from the COTPA, Central Ontario Tractor Pullers Association. And they're down in section 335 and 336. And they want to say good luck to Tom. All right, where y'all at? All right, well, let's find out what Tom's got here.
All right, Tom LaRue, folks, on board the Chevy S10, known as Long Shot, as he comes here ready to go.
Here's Tom LaRue now out of Sutton, West Ontario, Long Shot.
All right, he tightens up on the drawbar. He moves now. Notice this, folks. He's moved to the right side of the track. Everybody else has been using the center of the track. He's moved to the right side. Maybe there's some new dirt there. Hopefully he's not too close where he's going to get himself in trouble, that's for sure. But the leading distance over 238 feet at this time by the Walsh brothers. And right there. All right, good run. Let's give him a nice round of applause. How about it, Chevrolet people? What do you say? Yeah. And you people from Canada up there in 335, 336, you got to be happy with your man. Give him a nice round of applause. Yes, sir. Come down and take some Kentucky money, obviously. No doubt about it.
Well, Long Shot really gave it a good run here tonight. Tom LaRue out of Sutton, West Ontario, Long Shot. And we're awaiting the official distance for Tom here very shortly. 0.12, 236.12, and that puts him second on the grid so far as total distance pulled. So a good run for Tom LaRue. So far, he's second here this evening.
All right, it's all over but the shouting. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like we're going to come back with number one. We're going to come back with Dale Nelson, Altamont, Illinois, and the Midnight Revenger is what's up next.
Okay, Dale Nelson and the Midnight Revenger, Altamont, Illinois drivers, squaring up on the sled. It was originally our first puller here tonight. And then after establishing the weight on the sled, he has come back and ready to take it down the course there. Midnight Revenger, Dale Nelson, set to go here.
Oh. Make sure the kill switch didn't come loose in the back there, folks. Make sure everything's all right there. Evidently, he's experienced some mechanical problems here with the Midnight Revenger. A little while ago, they had a lot of blow-by coming through the headers. A lot of blow-by through those headers. They are checking the kill switch, though, to make sure that it is intact in the back. Each of these vehicles has a kill switch on it, folks, in case it breaks away from the sled. It's like a hand grenade ring on the back, little ring, and has about 15 pounds pressure, and 5 pounds pressure, something like that. It's required, and if it goes away, And they say he's going to drop. Okay. So they're going to let him drop. That's totally legal. They started the class over. He will get a chance to drop. They're going to take him back. So we'll be looking for Jimmy Mattingly now from Bardstown. He'll be next.
Next up, it's Jimmy Mattingly out of Bardstown, Kentucky with the Kentucky Colt.
Well, here's your defending champion, folks, right here. Jimmy Mattingly from Bardstown with his Kentucky Colt on the line right here. And let's see what happens with this Ford out of Nelson County. On deck, Darrell Everston and Jim Brockman out of New Haven, Indiana with the In-Laws and Outlaws. Oh man. Holy cow, folks. Anybody here tonight from Kentucky? And give that young man a nice round of applause. How about it? The defending champion, Jimmy Mattingly. How about it, Ford people? Where did my Ford fans go? I'll tell you, you should like that one. Yes, sirree. Great run for Jimmy Mattingly.
142.97 for Jimmy Mattingly. 242.97. Jimmy Mattingly. Well, here's our next contestant out of Elkhart, Illinois. Car named Shameless, or the truck I should say named Shameless. The driver is Darrell Eberstein. Darrell Eberston from Elkhart, Illinois. Shameless.
Well, the official distance here will be 240 for a full pull. 240 for a full pull. Mr. Mattingly has more or less forced us to put the full pull out here. So we've got a full pull now.
Okay, and the course is clear.
And right there, well, Darrell Eberstein and Shameless with a super run here tonight. No doubt about it. And we're going to mark him. Did he make the 240? That's what we need to find out. Good run.
136.02. 236.02. And that's just a little bit short of that 240-foot mark there. So, again, a 236.02.
Here's another one of those trucks you want to keep your eyes on, folks, right here. This is an outstanding machine. I want to tell you what, this guy will be geared up all the way. Paul Andrews, his crew chief, as the Kodiak In-Laws and Outlaws comes back to the sled. He finished 8th last year in Louisville. He was 8th on Saturday night in the championship. So here we come now. The Kodiak In-Laws and Outlaws machine. All right. An excellent, excellent run. For the Kodiak. Let's give him a nice round of applause, folks. How about it? Jim Brockman out of Indiana.
9.6, 236.96 for Jim Brockman in the In-Laws and Outlaws Kodiak. And so far, that's good enough for third place so far.
The Humpco chassis machine on the line right here.
Okay, it's Danny Hubert from Bowling Green, Missouri, and Jack Daniels.
Well, Hubert, start taking the driving chores over from the Humphrey brothers with this machine, and we'll see what he does. Oh, man. Hubert put her right in the sand, folks. How about it, Chevrolet people? Where are my Chevrolet fans? Yes, sirree. All right, he's shut it off here, Freedom Hall. Let's let him know how much you appreciate him. Danny Hubert out of Missouri. Let's give him a nice round of applause. All right. In the thick of it here. We could have a pull-off here. Let's find out.
They're getting up over the 240-foot mark. A full pull. Jack Daniels.
So that means that Hubert and Mattingly will be coming back in competition here a little bit later on in the pull-off between the Chevrolet and the Ford here tonight.
The truck moving up to the starting area now.
All right, the doctor is in. Wayne Rouse. Oh, man. The Roush man. Bops it right there. Wayne Roush from Dublin, Ohio. All right. There is one Ford. There is one Chevrolet. And now there is a Dodge. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Wayne Roush.
Pull off coming up a little bit later on here this evening. Hey, we do want to remind you, beginning at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, David Sullivan out of Warsaw, Kentucky with the Tough Cookie up next. Our 14th entry here in a field of 19 trucks here this evening. You're watching the 6,200-pound Class 2-wheel drive super modified trucks here.
Well, here we go now with Tough Cookie. The tradition continues, the Sullivan family. The Sullivan brothers and then the Sullivan family. And once again, we have one more Sullivan here with the Tough Cookie. Chevy S10 on board. Sullivan's just a little bit short, folks, of taking her out the door here tonight. But we'll mark him and let you know how far he went. Once again, we have one Ford, one Chevy, and one Dodge out the door.
0.86, 229.86 for David Sullivan and Tough Cookie.
Tatum Auto Supply out of Bardstown, Kentucky. And let's see what happens there with TJ tonight with that Chevy S10. We have 3 trucks out the door. One Ford, one Chevy, one Dodge. As we move back to the starting line here, folks, with the Chevy S10 from Bardstown. 3 full pulls. The question is, can he join Mattingly, Roush, and Hubert? All in order there. On deck, Kurt Poole, and in the hole, Doug Theobald, in one of my favorite trucks, the Wicked Willie.
Here we go with Foolish Pleasure out of Bardstown, Kentucky, and TJ Tatum.
Well, man, he made a great effort, but did not get the nose in the sand. Going to be just a little bit short here tonight.
Okay, and the official distance is 2:33.74. 2:33.74 for TJ Tatum and Foolish Pleasure.
Mr. Kurt Poole comes on into Louisville, Kentucky with that Skyline Screamer.
Skyline Screamer out of Putney, Georgia. Kurt Poole, the driver. Squaring up on the sled now. This is the 16th of 19 entries here tonight, so we're getting down to it. The cream of the crop. We have 2 full pulls so far here this evening. The 11th and 12th entries of Danny Hubert and Wayne Roush. Full pull performances out of them. Let's see if we get another one. Here's Kurt Poole out of Georgia, the Peach State.
Chevrolet right there. Great run. The wheels are in the sand. Did he make it? We're going to find out. It was 239.41, 5,900 short. So he did not make it. 5,900 short, but that puts him in the number 4 spot. He bumps the Walsh's machine out, the Irish T, with that pull of 239.41. Out of Shelbyville, Indiana, the Theobalds. You probably saw this truck on the television promotions and everything else. Every 4th of July, the Otwell-Ruritan Sled Association has a pull. And last year on the 4th of July, we were down there announcing the pull. And the darndest thunderstorm ever came in the background right before this guy pulled. And man, I wished I would have had a camera, because when he took off from the starting line, the lightning was streaking to the ground. It would have been absolutely one of the most greatest pictures you ever saw of a pulling vehicle leaving the line. We understand that they got a lot of home videos of it that night. Boy, I tell you what, the lightning was everywhere. If you ever want a good pull on the 4th of July, come to Otwell, Indiana. Great place to go. Here we come right now with Wicked Willie. The Theobald family, Doug Theobald, the Sunshine Dog Food Machine right here. On deck, Billy Deaver, and in the hole, Randy Brown. Let's go with the Willies. Right there, folks. We have one Ford, we have one Chevrolet, we have one Dodge. Could we have a Willys in the pull-off?
It looked to me like he took it just about to the line there. We'll get the official confirmation on Wicked Willie here very shortly. Fine driver out of Shelbyville, Indiana, Doug Theobald, driving a 1954 Willys truck. Okay, Billy Deaver out of Elizabethtown, Kentucky with Good Vibrations.
All right, here's a young man from the Elizabethtown area down the Hardin County Way on the line. And he's ready to go here tonight. These guys have been working for a long time trying to perfect this truck. And let's see what happens now to the Deavers. Billy Deaver and Good Vibrations on the line here.
The 1980 Chevrolet Love pickup.
And right there with the Deavers. Let's give them a nice round of applause. How about it, folks? The Deaver Express to the Good Vibrations. Deaver Enterprises.
For Billy Deaver.
Believe it or not, that was a full-size Ford at one time. And they took that full-size body, they cut about a foot out of the center section of it when Hathaway built the truck. He cut better than a foot out of the center and then welded it all back together so that it would fit this Humco chassis. So here we come on the line now with Art Hathaway's Farmer machine, also the Farmer Darrell Lippert machine, and now owned by Randy Brown. And he's done a heck of a job with it, I'll tell you. Oh man, right there. How about it, Ford people? Yes, sirree. An excellent, excellent run for Randy Brown out of Camden, North Carolina. Okay, Frank, we have 2 Fords, 1 Chevrolet, 1 Dodge, and a Willys.
Danny Hubert, the first one out of the gate in the pull-off. Jack Daniels.
And right there, folks, they're going to make them pull for it, I'll tell you. Good run for Danny Hubert and that Chevy S10. No doubt about it. Excellent, excellent run. 233.93. 233 and 93 for Danny Hubert.
Picking them up and putting them down.
0.67. Let's give him a nice round of applause. 237.67. He is your new leader. Now.
Doug Theobald, Wicked Willie, a 1954 Willys pickup. Okay, looks like we're changing it up here. We'll get an official distance. Okay, 225.32. 225.32 for Doug Theobald and Wicked Willie.
Well, we brought the...
Here's Randy Brown out of Camden, North Carolina, the Thoroughbred Ford. Will it be the Ford? Will it be the Dodge? We're about to find out.
Whoa, I don't know. Hey, we're going to look this one over right here, folks. Whoa, I mean to tell you, it is close.
We'll await the...
Folks, I tell you what, this is too close to call here in tonight's championship. It is too close to call. No doubt about it.
We'll await official confirmation here from the officials and see if we can get a judgment on this one.
How about it, Ford people? You think he won? How many people say he didn't win? Now, Randy, watch out, buddy boy. We're waiting for the distance. He needed 237.67 to win. What'd he go, Frank?
Okay, here's the numbers. 236.79. So it looks like our winner.
It's the Dodge, folks, that wins it here tonight. Yes, sirree. 237.67 beats that 236 mark. Let's give them all in the class a nice round of applause, folks. How about it? Good runs. Well, we've got our trophy presentations coming up here tonight. And that's going to be all she wrote for you folks leaving. Those that wish to stick around, we'd appreciate it. You happen to be exiting the arena now. Please be careful going home tonight. And don't forget tomorrow night, 7:30, right back here at Freedom Hall.